Dude, this sound is making a weird sound. This box. Yo, shout out to, I don't know if I should say her name because I love her so much, but there's somebody that gave me a clarification and a confirmation on this too. But I was picking this up in the ether. When people say things, that's why I listen to people because they trigger downloads. Just conversations I have with somebody, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna give a couple people to, give it a second to get in the algae, bub. David Darlin's so funny, bro. He got a dollar. Got a dollar. You know what the funny part was? He said, I got a crick in my neck, bud. Dude is goofy, bro. He goofy. He don't even act like that regularly, but when he do, it's so funny, bro. I be laughing my butt off. Some people think it's cringe, but that's why it's funny. He be going to the stores just talking to anybody. I'm like, bro, you got a lot of balls. I could never do that. Just talk to random people. Not like that. I'll talk to random people if I gotta get somewhere. Like if I'm in a whole nother country and I'm reading their energy and they're not bad, hey, I'll talk to them to get some directions or you know. But he'll just go to anybody. He'll just go to anybody and just got a dollar, bro. Goes in the liquor section. I used to say that myself when I was struggling. I was like, dude, you something else. Like, there's been a couple people that got pissed from him, bro. But that's the funny part when they get pissed. That I wouldn't say I like that for him because I know that feels a little weird when he does that when they're all pissed at him. I'm pretty sure it makes him feel a little weird, but he's used to it. I guess he's more famous on TikTok than he is on YouTube. But we all know YouTube pays better. I feel like TikTok stiffs their content creators because the videos are supposedly shorter. But YouTube sometimes they pay pretty good. I don't know. I never was. I was a partner for YouTube for like 20 minutes. Got paid one check on my old music channel. But they said I post too much music from other people, and I'm not going to remove that music just to get money, the money. Because if I did that, I would lose a lot of my traffic. So it's like I don't do it for the money, you know. But yeah, got that download for my divine chosen ones that have been putting in that work. That kind of no karma's here. This is your confirmation and your clarification. This is coming from the Orishas, bro. Mama Oya, and this is a confirmation. I got clarification from one of the goddesses that I listen to that I don't want to say her name, but I got to give her credit because she helped me. Yes. I ain't take it from her, but she's just a clarifier, and I just got to give her credit. But Mama Oya and Ishu Papalegba is closing all the roads for your enemies because this is a takedown. It's time to be taken down for these people. You know, they were never getting off the hook, but it's basically the divine looking out for you. Because when you're on your divine path and anything that's coming your way that is unanswered, you get interest. Like what you put out, you get back. So all that shit that were throwing at you, you were transmuting it. And you wasn't just transmuting it in the power, you were transmuting it in abundance. But you didn't know that it's a bank somewhere. It's a spiritual bank. You were putting all that energy in. And now it's springtime. So some of that bank has to come back to you. So if it wasn't for them doing forbidden things, them relentlessly coming after you, them trying to take you off the map, you wouldn't get this big award. You wouldn't get this big blessing from the divine. So it's just interest payments. It's interest payments. You have a big interest payments because your enemies didn't know when to stop. That is not a bad thing. I know when you're going through a little bit of it, it could be hectic, but honestly, it's a good thing because what you're going to get, you're not even going to remember what you've been through. And these people, Cause I'm not gonna lie, bro. Voodoo ain't bad, but these people were using it for the wrong reasons and bad, ill intent. But if you're one of those people that are just, that is in your blood and your ancestors give you the green light of the divine, you would use that stuff to protect yourself. Because there's ways you can protect yourself. Like if you're dealing with somebody high places of power and they're hella corrupt, I mean they're corrupt to the gills, you would use voodoo on them because you can't touch them physically, or you need to protect yourself. They're using voodoo on innocent people, divine chosen people. Dude, that stuff was never going to hit you how it's supposed to hit you. You were just getting that hate and ill, maleficent magic. That stuff was being converted to hate and ill will, to where if you let that ill sit around you, it could hold you back. But what they really wanted was never going to happen because they're not going to send no forbidden magic to you when you didn't do nothing. But all that ill magic, if you're not strong and peep game when that energy around you, it could hold you back because you don't know what's around you. But for the ones that just kept pushing through, no matter what, kept transmuting it, you got to think what happens to their bank. You know, they got a spiritual bank, but they're in a deficit. They keep getting things, credit, debit. They keep getting debited. It's like accounting. You got multiple people, by the way. It ain't just one person. It ain't just two people. It's the goddamn whole army. That's how big some of your light is. Your light's so big, bro. You have people from all different angles doing the same thing. Just think, if they were allowing that forbidden magic just to come in, you know what I mean? You would be low key fucked up. But they were never gonna let that stuff touch you, bro. They were never gonna let that stuff touch you, man. They were just like making you feel that ill magic. It became ill magic more than voodoo. They doing all that with hate in their heart. That's ill magic. No matter what, that's going to make them weaker. But the divine just sent that to you to sharpen you up and to refine you so you can transmute it. So, so when that time come, and when that bank balance is so big, they got to release some. Just a little bit they release will suffice. So that's why certain things was happening to you because it was going to set you up for success. Because they know what the enemy sent to destroy you, you're going to use to raise you up. They know this. They knew this. As long as you kind of had that mindset that, like, man, this is happening for a reason, and I keep getting through it, so there's a reason for all this madness, and you kept going no matter what, you pass your test to where you're going to get the honey pot. But you don't go out here and tell nobody you got anything, bro. Keep that stuff to yourself. If you want to bless the channel, if you want to bless the channel, hit your boy with a couple of shackles. Yeah, that's cool. But you know, just going out here saying shit. Keep that shit to yourself, man. Live the same life. Live the same life and get out of your hometown. Get out of the place that was a high concentrated amount of crime connected to this. Just start a new life somewhere else. Because the divine is giving you a little piece of your spiritual bank, you know, the awards that you got on your path, so you can get the fuck up out of here and start something new. They're giving you a clean slate at life again, you know? They definitely is. And you got to thank your enemies, bro, because they were not stopping. The only reason why they're going to stop is because they're going to take a fall real soon. The the roads, every road they're on is being heavily monitored by the Orishas. So there's no way, there's no escaping their judgment. You got family members on both sides that roads are closed. They can't go anywhere. They may not know this, but they're going to know when it's all done. They're going to be like, that dude was right. Their path is closed. There is an ending. They have an ending already set in place real soon. I don't know what their ending's going to be. I'm not going to say no names because I'm too close to the, and if something crazy happened, they're gonna try to say I did it. No, I didn't do nothing. You got to think this is the download. These people roads are closed. There's no way out of what they did. These people have been doing crazy stuff for years. These people been sending you magic, and the times you didn't know how to transmute, that stuff was holding you back, and they're still being dealt with for what they did to you. There's not, there's no escaping karma. You know, for the times that you didn't know how to transmute, for the times that you had these people around and they were delaying you, you know, you gonna be compensated because you still pushed through, bro. Even if it took you 5, 6 years to figure it out, you still stayed on the path. You know, you just got to give yourself grace and give yourself a pat on the back because a lot of people don't make it this far, bro. All that chaotic magic being sent their way, all the all the betrayals, all the misfortune, all the delays, it usually breaks people. You see it, bro. No offense to nobody in particular, but I've seen people crash out. I've literally get on this app, so-called chosen ones, crashing out. Something that don't go their way, they're crashing out right on camera, bro. I'm like, damn, you crashing out, bro. That's what I call you. Like these niggas are crashing out. Like it takes a certain type of person to keep everything composed, bro. You know, and then they're speaking down on the divine. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't like when people do that. I stay away from people that do that, bro. It's like, bro, they going through. They know how to. They read the Bible. They know how the story of Job is. They know story of Joseph, David. You know, when it comes to them stories of stay down till you come up and keep your faith strong, it's like they don't remember that this what happens to us, and then they be crashing out and speaking down on the divine. I don't care if they use God, but I know you talking about that higher power, and then you talking down on the higher power. Then you have a community of people following you. You know, it's just a bad luck. It's like, damn, bro, you giving up, and you showing people you giving up for a little bit right on camera. It's like, dude, you gotta do that shit behind closed doors. Take care of that off camera. Don't get on camera questioning your faith because things don't go your way. It's not a good look. That's like me coming up here talking down on the great mother because things don't go my way. Things took a minute to get. Things took a minute out here for me, bro. I would never do that to the great mother because I'm grateful for the things that she does do, and I'm patient. Now, I always go to the great mother and remind her, but I'm never going to talk vain like she did something wrong. I don't like when people do that when they got a. I don't like when people do that when they got a following. It's like following, bro. You got a following, and you out here talking down on the divine, doubting the divine like that right on camera, bro. It's like first you all for the divine, then you not for the divine. I just don't like that. I don't like that lukewarm energy, bro. Especially when you got a following, man. You just it's a bad look. You're letting everybody know it's okay to do that, and it ain't, cause that messes up tests. Like, keep your stuff, keep that stuff off camera, bro. Keep that stuff off camera. Nobody need to see you battling your relationship with the divine, bro. Nobody need to see you then battling your relationship with God, aka the Great Mother. Nobody need to see you do that, bro. I'm just saying. But people crashing out, bro. And I'm speaking to the ones that didn't crash out. You know it was hard, man. It was a hard journey just to get here. You don't even have everything. But just to get here today took a lot, bro. Because they were not gonna let you off the hook. Because what these people wanted for you, bro, they had money on their mind. They needed that insurance policy. They needed that money. They needed to make you look a certain type of way. So you were battling slander. You were battling gang stalking. You're battling murder attempts. You know, you're battling betrayal. You're battling delays. You're battling spell work. And you're keeping it all composed. You feel me? Dodging it. Look, dodging it. Dodging it. Dodging it. Dodging all of it. You just gotta give yourself credit, bro. That's why you're gonna be that's why there's interest, man, because you didn't fall down and you didn't stay down. You may have fell, but you didn't lose the fight. You didn't stay on that mat for 10 seconds. It may have been 8 seconds, then you get back up. 5 seconds and you get back up. 9.5, but you get back up. You never stay down long enough to get off your journey, bro. You just gotta give yourself credit. And Divine was doing that, bro, to let you know how strong you are and to bring out other gifts. Because certain people went through certain things and their powers came out. That pressure made diamonds. There's certain people that went through these type of experiences and they were shown a whole nother side to them, bro. A side that you never knew was a part of you. So, and then there's people that got abilities from it. Confirmation with my arm popping. Like, I'm not gonna say what they can do, but I'm pretty sure it's from a comic book. Not everybody off camera that's chosen, is going to disclose what they do. But I'm pretty sure behind closed doors, they're doing shit. They got them powers on because that's what it's meant to do. It's meant for you to go in your tool bag. It's meant for you to go deep within your being and uncover some things. It makes you turn within. When you see your environment being hella chaotic, you seeing everybody turning against you, you seeing how the world is trying to turn on you, you turn inward and you find answers and you find the truth, and then you find your sanity within there. They wanted you dependent on the outside world, so you end up folding because it's not aligning to what you are within your being. But that's good because sometimes things take time to catch up, and sometimes you have to show that I'm above what's happening to me. I'm not my external circumstances. That's just me passing by. It's just a test. So you passed all your tests when it comes to that. You didn't let you when it looked turbulent, when you're on that plane, let's look at it like you're on a plane. And sometimes it's turbulent. It's boom, 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 boom. It's a little rocky. It's a little rocky. And you let that little rocky experience shake you up to where you just want to get off the plane. You freaking out. No, no, stay composed. That's just a little part of the ride. Your whole ride is not going to be bumpy. There may be bumpy parts, but that's not for you to lose and give up on yourself. You just start losing faith and hope and on your path. No, that's not what it is. You gotta stay. You gotta know, like, man, this is gonna pass. This is temporary. This is temporary. This ain't gonna last that long. Just like how your enemies was coming at you everywhere you go, you seeing these niggas. Like, it was a point of time, dude. It was a point of time. These niggas will follow me everywhere. They had so many people that was addicted to drugs follow me around. You know, it was a mess, and I never crashed out. Never crashed out. Hit him with the silence. Hit him with the silence, but I'm reading and watching. So many times I would see the hitman. You know how many weird hitmen I see, but never crashed out. I still composed. I'm looking them dead at they look at them dead in their eyes and they tinted windows. Cause a lot of them got tinted windows. Didn't fold, didn't run, stayed right in the pocket with them. Stayed right in the pocket. Just like when I was they put me in that science experiment. This was about a year ago at the Motel 6. Dude, they were trying to take me out there. Shout out to Casey Bernard because she set that up and she was working with my family and she was working with the government because she had funding. So she was working with parts of the government. They set this weird experiment thing up. They're trying to get you hooked on drugs. They try to get you hooked on one of them little girls with diseases in there. But I didn't deal with nobody. I literally dealt with myself, and I used that place as a like Planet Fitness. I got stronger there. I literally used that hell pit like it's the prison yard when you working out. That messed her head up. I was like, how is he growing in this fucking pulpit? I was not supposed to grow in that pulpit. I wasn't supposed to be happy. There was a humiliation ritual they tried to do on me, and it didn't work. I mean, yeah, they stole my identity. Yeah, they stole stuff from me, but I'm not mad because it's coming back to bite them as we speak. Like they're gonna go to prison. So it was worth it. It was definitely worth them taking. It was definitely them worth taking my ID, switching it up, lying on my name, it was worth it. Because now they're in a worse predicament. They've been doing it for other people. I'm not just the only one, so they got a big, huge case. That's a RICO case. How much they were doing. Money laundering, government funded money, grant money coming from the government and getting drugs and fueling your prostitution ring. Yeah, it's just a bigger case on her, bro. So I'm not even mad that they did that. I'm glad that they dealt with me because my light, your light, when all that stuff happened to you, you got to think how big your light is. Your light, when somebody attacks you full of darkness, and you are able to contain yourself, what ends up happening is your light exposes their darkness for everybody to see. And the right people at the right time sees their darkness and they end up investigating these people. You may not know how long the investigation takes place, but rest assured, they have been investigated and people have uncovered what they've done. So it's just a waiting game. It was just a big waiting game. Like, we know these people are criminals. The right people know. You may have some people that don't know. You may have some people in the justice system that do know. But the right people know that them people were criminals. Thanks to your light. Thanks to you not going towards the darkness, going to some wicked shit. Because your light is what got you through. Your light is what exposed your darkness. You didn't even have to say nothing. Just by you standing in your truth, it was going to come out. Because that's how bright your light shines. Like, you don't attack a light being when they're not playing your game because you're not going to win. All that's going to do is shine a light on yourself. And now the light is being shown on them. They're they're naked. Like, they're naked. They can't hide. Even if they got clothes on, they're naked. Like, people see you for who you are. People see you for who you are, bro. Like, yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for these people, bro. Like, I'm not mad, bro, and there's interest that come along with that. Like, just like the Bible say, bro. There's parts of the Bible that is law because they probably got those pieces from the true books. They didn't make it up, but there's things in that Bible that tell you the truth. People that stole from you gotta pay interest. Even if they can't pay you, the universe will pay you back because they know what you dealt with and they know your own purpose. You got the divine that's going to help pay that back. Even if they don't give it to you, just know that there's more consequences of them not paying you than there is of them paying you. Yeah, they did that, this, that, and the other. But let's just say they're not taking accountability and they're not paying you. Oh, dude, it's going to even be worse. To where, yeah, it's just going to be even worse. Like, you got a lot of people that stole stuff from you, that hid stuff from you, and their karma was to give it back, and they still didn't adhere to their judgment. So just think what's going to happen. Yeah, you're going to get it back from a supernatural occurrence, but some people were judged, and they were meant to give you certain things back, and they still didn't. Just think if the divine, that's like the great mother, say do this and you don't do it, even like, come on, man, you know something bad's gonna happen to these people. You know something bad. If the divine say do it, you do it. If you don't do it, you know something to happen. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. Something bad's gonna happen to a lot of people because they didn't adhere to the judgment. You got a lot of people in your energy that didn't adhere to the judgment. Like, they had judgment. They didn't know what they were supposed to do. They still didn't do it, bro. You ain't got nothing to worry about. This is what's going to be their downfall, their arrogance. They think they're above reproach. They think they're the exception when it comes to karma. No, you're not. You're going to get all your karma and then some. Like, just like you're getting interest for everything that was lost and everything that you've been through, they're getting interest for everything that they did towards you and what they did to other people, dating back ever since they started. So it's all good. And I heard Eshu and Mama Oya is making sure they go down. And then you got Ososhi. You got Ososhi out here making sure everything's good too. There's some powerful research. You got Ososhi, you got Ishu Papalepa, and you got Mama Oya. And they're coming in there clearing the path. But they're really clearing the path for you, but primarily taking care of your enemies because it's about time these people go down. That's what they're saying. It's like, dude, the roads are not safe for your enemies. The roads are not safe, especially those who did not take accountability and give back what was stolen from you. This, like, they think they're hiding something from you. I'm like, don't you know you're going to get just 15 years just from the fact that you're hiding somebody's documents, just because you're hiding somebody's mail, and these people know. These people knew they had to give it back, but they're being watched by the proper people. So it's kind of bad on their end. They think that they're off the hook. They think they can. They think that nobody sees them playing with your mail. They think that nobody sees them hiding your mail, trying to do shiesty stuff, trying to frame you. They act like nobody knows. But there's people that's watching you. You got to think you're dealing with somebody with a lot of light. So your darkness is being exposed. Everything you've done in the dark is out. And not everybody up there is corrupt. And they would love to make them look good. Just think of that. You got some detectives, you got people in the FBI, that knows some people did some effed up stuff. They know it. It makes them look good when they take them down. Even if you were helping them a little bit, no matter what, they still did their job. So they're gonna get some type of credit, because they didn't let nothing stop them. They didn't let that, you know what I mean? They weren't bribed, stuff like that. So it just looks good on the resume. Like I took down this whole Rico. Like even though damn well you kind of took it down too, but let's just say in layman's terms to get their ego, get their jewels jumping, it makes them look good too. So you think they're gonna pass that up? Somebody that's in the middle and all for justice, they gonna pass these people up? No, they're not. They're watching these people, bro. It's just a matter of time. All the roads is being monitored. As soon as they get on the road, just know they're being watched. As soon as they go home, just know they're being watched. There's no escaping it. It's no escaping it. You got people on both sides of your family. You got that crime syndicate groups. You even got corrupt cops, corrupt lawyers, corrupt judges. They're all being watched. Everybody that played a part is being dealt with, kind of quick. And it's a little army, and everybody in that army got to deal with Mama Oya, Ososhi, and Ishu Papalegba. Especially all those people dealing with magic too, sending you that ill magic. And you just transmuting it and persevering. All that stuff that they said they gotta pay for. There's consequences for doing that forbidden stuff. So yeah, it's a mess what they're dealing with. But for you, your path is clear. Just know that your path is clear, and the divine is paying you interest for everything that you've been through. Plus, you're getting back everything that was stolen. You're getting back everything that was stolen. So you don't have nothing to worry about. But you just don't tell nobody what you got going on. Like if you want to bless the channel, bro. Hit the cash app, EG Fisker one. That's all lowercase with the one at the end. EJJIFISKER one. If you wanna throw a shackle like, hey bro, I got blessed, so I'm gonna bless you. I'm gonna, hey man, appreciate it. But when it come to people out here though, hey man, I just bing bada boom. And you all flashy, look, he driving a Lambo. I'm like, damn nigga, you driving a Lambo, nigga, you could have got a Chevy. You could have got a black Chevy, nigga. You in your hometown driving a Lambo. You should have got out of there. I see if you get a Lambo, you in Tokyo. I see if you get a Lambo, you in Tokyo. But you in your hometown. You in the hood. You in the gutter doing that. Get out the gutter. You know you being watched. I ain't gonna say you gonna get touched, but I'm just saying, don't do that. Then you got everybody looking at you with their hand out. Just move a certain type of way. Don't tell nobody. Don't make it seem too obvious. There we go. It's okay. Everybody got a little money to their name, but don't go out here making yourself look too out of the ordinary with your earnings. You kind of want to stay balanced in that aspect. You know, you kind of want to stay balanced. You want to be out here too flashy with too much because it just makes you look a certain type of way. You kind of want to be balanced with your dealings, you know. But yeah, Ishu, Papa Legba, Mama Oya, and Ososhi, they're what they the verdict is in. They're going down, man, and you can't feel sorry for these people. I'm not gonna say what's gonna happen, but they're going down, man. They're going down, man. They're going down, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's a whole heap of people. It's a whole heap of people. I'm talking about 20 plus, 25 plus for some people. Going down quick. 25 plus. Like, what the fuck? That's a lot of people, bro. That's a lot of people. They had the whole town come against us, man. It's gonna be a ghost town. Yo, it's finna be a ghost town real soon. And it's all predicated, I think I'm using that word right. It's all dedicating, it's all coming from you. Keeping your peace within your being and elevating and transmuting. All thanks to your connection with the divineness is coming through, bro. So you gotta give yourself a pat on the back. It would have been done like this without you or at your involvement in your evolution. I'm tired because I'm doing this video. I'm gonna end it real soon. It wouldn't be done if it wasn't for your involvement, bro. For your evolution. You kept evolving no matter what was thrown at you, bro. You passed your test. You didn't let money get in the way of your evolution. You made sacrifices that a lot of people wouldn't have made. Not like sacrifices like you're trying to get rich, but just in terms of things that you let go of. You made a lot of sacrifices to get where you are, you know, and the divine will pay you handsomely for your pursuits and for your good works, you know. So just sit back and receive, because things will find you supernaturally. Everything that was taken from you, it's all recovered. All you got to do is sit back, stay in that divine energy so you can receive. That's it. And you got to keep everybody in your past attached to these people, attached to these groups away, because I just don't trust people in those vicinities, in them groups and stuff. You kind of got to stay away from them people. The more you stay away, the better, because you know they ain't on nothing. You know they ain't on nothing, because you know people come out the woodwork and act like everything good. You just got to have your discernment on point so you can read people at this moment. Baba Oya, Ishu, Papaleba, they're taking your enemies down and they're clearing the road for you, bro. And this is now energy. This is before the full moon starts on April 1st. So just know change is here. You know, that full moon, you might be in a whole new direction, a whole new environment by that full moon. And that full moon is April 1st, I'm getting. So, you know, just keep doing what you're doing, keep elevating, keep looking past this circumstantial rubbish, because there's just a lot of rubbish in front of you, but that's not where you are within your being, and that's not where it's going to be. So you got to keep looking past certain stuff. Yo, you don't observe, because that's how you get a lot of information from your reality. Observing, like, you got this person watching, this person on some BS, this person feels weird when I'm around them, stuff like that. But you just look past it and don't let it get to you, man. But that's about it, man. That's your boy Papa Fisco G. That's how to drop that video for the people. If you want to send a cash donation to your boy, my cash app is EGFiscal1. That is EJJIFISKER1. All lowercase with the one at the end. But how about, man? Peace.